Have you ever wondered why the news plays the same 5 stories again and again? Let me give you a little hint. Brainwashing and repetition is the most basic form of brainwashing. Join me as we look at the news cycle and talk about why the mainstream media is so gutless and afraid to report the truth. What's up? Happy Friday? Happy Friday. What's going on, guys? This is Michael Strange. This is Troubled Minds News. And this is the show where the conspiracy is the news. And you know exactly what that means. It means we're just full of propaganda and overloaded with a bunch of BS. And somebody needs to actually do the news. Like what's important at the news, not the garbage culture war stuff you see everywhere that's politics and more and hateful division tactics. And yeah, so anyway, that's the short version here of what this is and why we do this. But this show actually began as part of another show called Troubled Minds Radio, and we do that show on Monday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific, and talk about all kinds of wild stuff. But sometimes you just need to look at the news, and I do a lot of that anyway for that show, just to kind of pick out some of the most exciting and interesting things to consider and talk about. So it made sense that, let's just peel it off and do our own news show. And here we are, boom, on New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's Eve to you. Happy New Year to anybody that's ticked over into 2022 already, you dirty time travelers. You dirty time travelers. Right now, as far as where we're at in West Coast time, it's not quite yet. We're a good 9 hours away from actual 2022. So 2021 can almost kiss my ass. And there you go. All right. So where we're at and what we're doing is exactly that. And as always, as part of the transparency process, would love to hear from you. If you have predictions or thoughts on what 2022 may bring, show feedback, you want to say hi, comments on any of the articles that I'm talking about today or a show recently, whatever. Open to all of it, and that's what we're doing, and that's what we always do. Transparency is this, and it's a phone number, and it's a Discord, 702-957-1037. Click the Discord link at troubledminds.org, and put you on the show. Just jump in the caller queue, and boom. All right, let's do it. Let's get to the news, shall we? Check this out. The day has finally come. Now, this is from The Guardian, and you better believe it. Speculation grows that Ghislaine Maxwell, of course, of Jeffrey Epstein assistant fame, may try to cut a deal for reduced sentence. And this is what it's all about, right? This is exactly what it's all about. They clearly, what you expect and hope for is that they convict her, they throw the book at her, they give her 100 years in jail or something like this, so she never gets out, no possibility of parole. And she doesn't want that. She's like, no, like, get me out of here, and I want to be free. So hopefully she's gonna maybe publicly come out with some information that who knows, to cut a deal to maybe implicate other people or testify against them. And that's how this works, right? That's how this game works. So the first step in this entire thing was convicting her, which has happened finally. They did convict Ghislaine Maxwell. So the next step will be, is she going to cut a deal, or is she going to suicide herself? And right, and wink wink, you know what I mean, Jeffrey Epstein style. And that's part of the issue, part of the problem with the world we live in is because you can't expect, you can't expect much out of a day-to-day thing, and you can't hope for too much because, there you go. What's up, James? How you doing? In the chat says, I predict more BS to come from the mainstream media. I know, shocker. yeah, right. That's exactly right, James. Right in line with a perfect 2022 prediction. So let's read a little bit of this, and what do you guys think? Also, in other news, just real quick, Betty White has passed away at age 99 today, and she was a national treasure, and that's a shame. It is good to see that people can be funny and graceful and witty even into their 90s here, and Betty White was a good one. So I just want to, not really as part of the news today, but it did happen, and it is a notable event, so I think we should just mention that. So rest in peace, Betty White, and happy New Year, and sorry you didn't make it one more to 2022. So back to this real quick. So we got, now that British former socialite Ghislaine Maxwell has been convicted in her sex trafficking trial, speculation is growing that she may try to cut a deal and become a government witness in any broader investigation into the elite social circle of her ex-boyfriend Jeffrey Epstein. Maxwell could be aiming for a reduced sentence by naming powerful names when it comes to others who may be involved in Epstein's crimes. But defense lawyers and sexual crimes prosecutors have cast doubt on the government's appetite to strike a bargain. They question whether Maxwell has any vital information and the government does not already have, and whether it represents a strategy Maxwell has previously attempted that has failed. Quote, it all depends on who she would be cooperating against and what she has to offer, says Jeffrey Lichtman, the defense attorney who represented the Mexican drug trafficker Joaquin El Chapo Guzman at trial 2 years ago. He continues, I would not be surprised if she had already tried to cooperate and it had failed. Maxwell, who is expected to appeal her conviction, was found guilty on 5 of 6 charges for her involvement in Jeffrey Epstein's sexual abuse of teenage girls. Prosecutors said Maxwell preyed on vulnerable young girls, manipulated them, and served them up to be sexually abused. She is expected to receive a significant prison term. So this is going to be your cover up, right? This is going to be, if they want to strike a deal and they really are serious about this, they would go after everybody and they would root out this entire thing, right? Except they may not, and so they're already setting it up in this article to say, oh, by the way, maybe the government doesn't need information from her because they already have all the information they need. Well, that would mean they should giddy up and start going after all these people that have literally been the elite Johns of the situation, right? And I say that in the most disgusting way. Is that what about the network? What about this pedophile network that literally stretched all over the world, was into the roots of Victoria's Secret and all the rest of this? Like, you can trace this so many ways, right? The CIA super fixer stuff with this guy, and again, did he kill himself? I mean, there's a whole lot to this that still stinks to high heaven. And just because they're going to use her as the scapegoat and say, oh, by the way, she's in jail, look, justice was served, I'm not so sure it's as easy as that. And there's a serious problem here if they don't go after the rest of this ring, in my opinion. And so it's unfortunate that this may happen. They may have, as part of the rest of the cover-up, they may say, well, we don't have it. We're not going to go after whatever. And you would expect that's the case, right? Because what was happening is, or what's been happening is, they gave him a slap on the wrist, when he was prosecuted in Florida. He got a sweetheart deal for being who he is, right? Because, of course, everybody knew that he was in with the highest levels of power and sending underage women to people all over the place, notable people all over the damn place. So we'll see what shakes out here. Hopefully she does try and cut a deal, and starts turning state's witness on everybody, on every MFer out there that did all this shit, right? Including Prince Andrew, you name him, Donald Trump, if that's what it is, Bill Clinton, all the people, right? All Go get them. Go get them. If they were literally doing this shit, go get them. There's no reason why they should skirt this just because they were a president or a former president, right? Forget that stuff. Anyway, as you know, live as always, 702-957-1037. Click the Discord link, troubledminds.org. And other news here, we got this craziness. In the Colorado wildfires. This was nuts. So no deaths have been reported in the ferocious Colorado wildfire. It may be a New Year's miracle, the governor says. Whoa. So no deaths have been reported as a result of a swift and vicious wildfire that consumed at least 500 homes in Boulder County, Colorado, and forced some 35,000 people to flee, authorities said Friday. Quote, "We might have our very own New Year's miracle on our hands if it holds up that there was no loss of life," Governor Jared Polis said. One person was who was unaccounted for has been found, and several others treated for injuries, authorities said. The outcome appears all the more astonishing considering how quickly the Marshall Fire spread, carried by historically powerful winds across drought-parched land. Quote, "In the blink of an eye," the governor said Friday at a news conference, "many families have having minutes to get whatever they could, their pets, their kids, into the car and leave. Still, hundreds have lost homes and perhaps everything they own. Entire subdivisions burned." Boulder County Sheriff Joe Pell said, "The west side of Superior, Old Town Superior, are totally gone. That accounts easily for 500 homes." Holy smokes, that's crazy. He said after he and the governor flew over the area to assess the damage. So horrific, lucky, no loss of life. Let's cross our fingers and hope that it's just some houses burned down, which again sucks. People, losing their homes is not a good thing either. But at least people aren't dying, and that's the important part here. And there you go. From CNN, the most trusted source in news. Let's go to NPR. Actually, I haven't been. Let's link these articles. As always, part of the transparency process is I like you to see my sources here. And as you know, a lot of this ends up being propaganda, right? And that's why I think it's important that you can see it and go back and check out where this information came from. So drop in the links in the chat if you want to check this stuff out. I encourage you to and read it in its full. And let's go to NPR. NPR.org. First sickle cell patient treated with CRISPR gene editing still thriving. Now, this is interesting, pretty cool. For more than a year, Victoria Gray's life had been transformed. Gone were the sudden attacks of horrible pain that had tortured her all her life. Gone was this devastating fatigue that had left her helpless to care for herself or her kids. Gone were the nightmarish nights in the emergency room getting blood transfusions and powerful pain medication. But one big question was, would getting her blood cells genetically modified keep working, freeing her from the complications of sickle cell disease that had plagued her since she was a baby? More than another year later, the answer appears to be ancient astronaut theorists say yes. Yes. She says, "I'm doing great," age 36, said during an interview from her home in Forest, Mississippi with NPR, which has had exclusive access to chronicle her experience for more than 2 years. Quote, "I haven't had any problems with sickle cell at all. I did get a cold about a week ago," she says with a nervous chuckle. Victoria is so traumatized by a life of sickle cell that just getting a cold still terrifies her. A simple cold had been one of many things that could trigger a terrible attack. She says, like having PTSD, I was scared, like, okay, is this going to make me sick? Am I going to end up in the hospital from this? She says, but I did fine. More than fine, actually, much more. And this is as much as we kind of shake the fist at CRISPR and say, stop playing God. There's a lot of legitimate ways this can help people and literally drastically improve people's lives. And so this is good stuff. And hopefully this there's no lasting side effects. Hopefully this the CRISPR, the gene therapy, and all the things they're talking about can be used in cases like this to just really be a cure for some things that would have ruined her the entire rest of her life had this technology been developed. So I think there's some really, really amazing things happening out there. And again, right, hat tip to the ingenuity of the amazing people that made this technology and all the rest of this stuff. Let's just hope that we have the good sense to not start creating those designer babies, right? And you want your baby with gray eyes? We got you covered. Let's not not do that. How's everybody doing out there? Happy New Year. We're kind of in that spot of, approximately, boom, right around there. And what's going on, guys? I see everybody out there in the chat. How are you? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break and get a word from our sponsor, of course, which is you.
Are you digging the show? If so, you can support us quite easily and at no additional cost to you if you already have an Amazon Prime account. Since we stream on Twitch every day, all you have to do is link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and they give you free games on a monthly basis for your personal use, and also a bonus $5 a month to send to your favorite streamer as a way to bring more people to Twitch. And all you have to do is sync up the two accounts and click subscribe. Thanks for considering us.
Okay, let us continue, shall we? All right, how's everybody doing? Happy New Year. It is the January 31st, the end of the year. And with that, maybe predictions. You got predictions? James's prediction is the media news cycles are still going to be off the rails in 2022. And I like that prediction because he's probably spot on. All right, let's do this. Let's go to Science Alert. This is a great little website. They do all kinds of pretty amazing stuff here. This one's pretty wild. Look at the picture of this thing. The largest known flying animal was even weirder than we thought. Hell yes. Now you're talking. Now we're talking. The pterosaur Quetzalcoatlus northropi is the largest known flying animal to have ever existed, living on Earth more than 67 million years ago. Now, new research on the creature and its newly discovered smaller relative, Quetzalcoatlus lawsoni, gives us a better idea of how Q. northropi flew and got airborne to begin with. Our knowledge of the Q. northropi is based on hundreds of fossils discovered in modern-day Texas, and its takeoff method has been a matter of some dispute. It has been suggested that it ran to build up speed like an albatross before flying, or rocked on its wingtips like a bat, or perhaps that it didn't get up into the air at all. January 31. Oh, sorry, did I say January? December 31. See what happened? See a glitch in the Matrix. No, December 31. Did I say January? No. Whoa, yeah. Well, see, I'm already I'm quantum entangled. Time traveled to be a month ahead. Anyway, the new study suggests that the pterosaur used a leap of up to 2.5 meters, a little over 8 feet, into the air, followed by flaps of its 11-meter long or 36 feet wings to take to the sky. That's pretty nuts. It would jump 8 feet in the air and then take off, right? It would have landed like an airplane, slowing up in the air before touching down on terra firma and taking a hop for stability. If they could jump twice their hip height to 8 feet, the wings would be able to clear the ground and they could execute a deeper flight stroke, says paleontologist Kevin Padium from University of California Museum of Paleontology. This may be the best option for taking off, though it depends on sufficient power from the legs. The animal had to flap its wings to stall and slow its descent before it lands with its back feet and takes a little hop, Padian suggests. Then it puts down its front feet, assumes a four-legged posture, straightens itself out, and walks away. And there you go. And there's a photograph of this thing, a artist rendering of what this may have looked like in its heyday. And it looks like, I don't know, like an alien stork or something. It's pretty wild stuff. And all right. I guess I have to dance. I have to do it. There you go. All right, there and dancing. All right, there we go. What do you guys think about this? 702-957-1037. Click the Discord link and we'll put you on the show. Easy peasy as that. Let us continue. Let's go here. Let's go to, I said January 31st, didn't I? I'm getting old, guys. I'm getting old. All right, here we go. We got this. This is from CNBC. And bought your kid a VR headset for Christmas. You might end up regretting it. Don't babies come from the alien stork? Yeah, alien babies. Hybrid alien babies come from the alien stork. Check this out. Parents who bought their children a virtual reality headset for Christmas could be in for a nasty surprise. Oculus, the VR division of Facebook parent company Meta, likely saw surging sales over the holidays, with its main app taking the top spot in Apple's App Store on Christmas Day. But Oculus Quest 2, the company company's most popular headset, doesn't come with the option to turn on parental controls that let responsible adults block 18-plus content and other material that may be harmful for kids. What about irresponsible adults 18-plus? I'm just asking for a friend. Other headsets, such as HTC's Vive, is it Vive? V-I-V-E, Vive, I guess, and Valve's Index, also don't include child safety features. There you go. So if you want some VR porn for your children, you're in the right place, because I'm sure it's available. Other headsets, blah, blah, just read that. It is possible to set parental controls for Sony's PlayStation VR via its PS4 and PS5 consoles. Aside from the possibility of kids encountering unsafe material, experts are also worried about the effects VR may have on children's eyes, though there is little data available on this. And there's your alien babies, right? Imagine once you put these headsets on kids, they start developing the big alien eyes, right, or something like this. Yeah. What's up, Goni's got it right. Goni, what's up, Goni? Kids will become even more suicidal now, right? And there you go. Let's see. Nice dance. I didn't know how I got 5,000. All you have to do is sit there and watch, and you gain points. And maybe one day we'll let you turn them in for like maybe discounts in the merch store or something like that. That would be a good idea, huh? We could do something like that. We got a merch store coming up, and you could find the stub of that at troubledfans.com. Yeah, that's right. Troubledfans.com. You will not find a oiled up Michael Strange on a fuzzy couch, but you will find the store that's coming soon to have all kinds of nice merchandise, including hats like this. So there you go. It's on the way. I've quality tested. The stuff is good. It's not made in China. All the rest of that stuff, and et cetera, so on. So good stuff. It's on the way. Troubledfans.com if you want to check that out. It's not open yet. It will be soon. And exactly, that's that old inside joke that came from one of the after chat conversations on the show. I'm making some jokes about Michael Strange having a OnlyFans, and the joke was troubled fans, and then, well, the jokes make themselves now. Here we go. Meta has made VR a crucial focus of its business in its pivot to the so-called metaverse, a shared virtual world in which people can work, play, and interact with each other. The company's rebrand from Facebook has fueled a renewed interest in VR, a technology that has long struggled to gain significant commercial traction. Meta said its terms of service do not allow children under the age of 13 to create accounts, and that this information is included in the setup process. Well, that's good. At least you're going to be able to have VR sex with 13-year-olds and not 12-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sick. The dark side of VR. The Center for Countering Digital Hate, a nonprofit that campaigns for big tech firms to root hate out from their platforms, found several instances of child abuse, exactly my point, harassment, racism, and pornography in their popular chat room service VR Chat, which is available on Oculus. One clip shared by the CCDH features a user playing a recording praising child abuse, while another shows someone joking about being a convicted sex offender with a minor present. The organization says VR headsets are not safe for kids, regardless of the absence of parental controls. Yep. Well, there you go. And if anybody got an Oculus for Christmas, let me know. Let me know what's going on with that. And how's that sweet VR porn, if you know what I'm saying? Is it going to change the world? Oh, geez. All right. Let's see. What else do we got? We got this ARS Technica. How are we at time-wise? Everything looks good. Everything looks fine. December 31st is what I meant. Happy New Year to everybody. I hope the New Year finds you well, and best wishes for literally everybody out there. Everybody out there, except that one guy. You know who that one guy is? That one guy. That guy can go to hell. The rest of you, everybody else out there, Happy New Year, and goodwill to all humankind. How about that? Let's go to ARS Technica and start with this. Could we build a synthetic digestive system for vision to make him more human. Now, Vision, of course, is a fictional character from the Marvel Universe, right? Check this out. This is pretty nuts. So the folks at Marvel's Studios aren't the only ones to imagine what if, inspired by Marvel's Vision. Two scientists reviewed the current state of soft robotics to determine whether it would be possible to build an artificial digestive system for the synthezoid, describing their work in a published paper earlier this year in the journal Superhero Science Plus Technology. Now, what in the world? Are we kidding me? We've got an actual journal called Superhero Science Plus Technology. And in case you ever wanted to know, here you go. Here's the actual paper. And there we go. How to build a synthetic digestive system for Marvel's Vision. Like, what kind of crazy shit is this? It's actually like more superhero science. And this has now become my de facto favorite scientific journal. What the hell is this? This is pretty cool. All right. They're doing superhero science out there somewhere. There you go. There you go. You guys are cracking me up. Anyway, inquiring minds need to know. It's not just a fun exercise with a more positive of nerdgasting either. The authors note that humanity in general would benefit from advances in such systems with applications in organ replacement and clinical treatments for patients with chronic digestive issues. Not to be outdone, researchers at the University of Queensland and Brisbane, Australia. See how I did that? Brisbane, like I'm from down under myself, and I didn't say Brisbane. Yeah. Anyway, they published a paper in the special Christmas issue of the British Medical Journal examining the personal traits and health behaviors of 5 of Marvel's Avengers in order to assess the challenges this extraordinary cohort might experience as they age. The BMJ's Christmas issue is typically more lighthearted in nature, although the journal maintains that the papers published therein still adhere to the same high standards of novelty, methodological rigor, reporting transparency, and readability as apply in the regular issue. There you go. That's pretty wild. And they got all kinds of stuff here. Yeah, actual. How are we going to create? Synthetic digestive system for Vision to make him more human. Pretty wild, right? I think this is pretty cool. If we have a journal that's actually talking about superhero science, I'm in. I am all in on this one. And why not? Because why not, right? Why not? Pretty cool stuff. Where are we at time wise? I think we're good. Everything's fine. And exactly right. How do we make Vision more human? Let's make him poop. Exactly right. Like, hey, you know what? We need the poop cam under his ass as he sits on the toilet, right? Just to prove he's human. Just anyway, exactly. That type of stuff is a little bit like facepalm. But well, if this actually can help, maybe people who've had catastrophic damage to their insides, to their guts or something, maybe this would be a way to do some sort of a completely rebuild from the inside. So who knows, maybe some superhero science will actually here we go. So just in case you were hopeful for a happy new year, well, the AP has a different take on this. And remember how we always say the news cycles and fear. Well, the AP can suck a stick, because Omicron's New Year's cocktail: sorrow, fear, and hope for 2022. Okay, AP. Okay. Sorrow for the dead and dying, fear of more infections to come, and hopes for an end to the coronavirus pandemic were again the bittersweet cocktail with which the world said good riddance to 2021 and ushered in 2022. New Year's Eve, which used to be celebrated globally with a free-spirited wildness, felt instead like a case of deja vu with a fast-spreading Omicron variant, again filing hospitals. I think they mean filling hospitals. Where's your editors, people? At the La Timone Hospital in the southern French city of Marseille, Dr. Frouad Bouzana could only sigh Friday when asked about what 2022 might bring. Big question, he said. It's starting to become exhausting because the waves come one after another. The mostly muted New Year's Eve celebrations around the world ushered in the 4th calendar year framed by the global pandemic. More than 285 million people people have been infected by the coronavirus worldwide since late 2019, and more than 5 million have died. In the United States, officials took a mixed approach to the year-end revelry, mixing the audience at a countdown concert nixing the audience, snipped, chopped, at a countdown concert in Los Angeles, scaling it back in New York, yet going full speed ahead in Las Vegas, where 300,000 people were expected for a fireworks show on the Strip. Yes, Vegas. Yeah, there you go. What's up, Derek has it right. Keep your sorrow cocktails. I'll stick with the maybe juice. Yeah, right. Gibby, what's up? Exactly what a robot would say. Yeah, I promise I'm not a robot. I'm really not. Though, well, I did hear some rumors, but no, it's not. The rumors are not true. Anyway, so Las Vegas, 300,000 people strong. Las Vegas is like, fuck it, bring the people. So, well, guess where I won't be tonight? Just because, well, I don't go down usually the people that live in Vegas don't go down to the Strip for the most part anyway, because it's like living next to Disneyland, right? And like going to Disneyland all the time, you don't, because you're over it. So it's like the same thing. It's like, no, so we don't do that anyway. So no fear of Michael Strange being down on the Strip tonight going, yeah, party it up, woo, with my glow stick and my my beads. No, not happening. Anyway, all right, so here's what we're going to do. Don't worry about the sorrow cocktail for 2022. You do you, and you be happy, and you be thankful, and look forward to a good 2022. But here we go. We're going to take a quick break. And as you know, this is Troubled Minds News. I'm your host, Michael Strange, and we will be right back. Iced coffee. It's so good. Got some Black Rifle iced coffee, right? Auditioning for the part of a Black Rifle. Anyway, here we go. Let's continue, shall we? Let us continue. Yellowstone. This is from express.co.uk, one of my favorite tabloids in the whole world. Yellowstone supervolcano. Mountain range disappeared into enormous magma chamber. Yep, I said it. Magma. The Yellowstone supervolcano has been a source of apocalyptic fascination for years, and it's easy to see why. Yellowstone is one of just a handful of supervolcanoes across the world, each at least 7 times larger than Mount Tambora, which had the biggest volcanic eruption in recorded history. Yellowstone is believed to be the largest of them all, and has erupted 3 times previously, 2.1 million years ago, 1.3 million years ago, and 640,000 years ago. The last eruption was believed to have been 1,000 times bigger than the devastating Mount St. Helens eruption of 1980. Yellowstone's last eruption created a depression known as a caldera, which is 55 kilometers by 80 kilometers wide. The next eruption is predicted to cause mass devastation. A 2014 paper in Geochemistry, Geophysics, Geosystems found the volcano is capable of burying a number of states, including Idaho and Colorado, in 3 feet of volcanic ash. With eruptions occurring at intervals of roughly 660,000 years, some have argued Yellowstone is due for an eruption. The 2015 Smithsonian Channel documented Yellowstone supervolcano, explored the impacts of the last eruption and the risks posed by any future eruptions. Hopefully we can find a way to tickle the volcano and make it stop. That would be great, right? That would be great. But I thought it was more wild to consider that a mountain range disappeared into the enormous magma chamber. What the hell is that? Right beneath the caldera. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Never mind. Read it your damn self. Read the news your damn self. All right, let's continue, shall we? I'm only half kidding. Here we go. Let's. Here's the new link. Let's go here. As you would know, right? As you would expect, as 2021 winds down, and we're looking forward to 2022 and a whole new year of news cycles, talking about asteroids about to smack into the Earth. Well, here's one of them. Skyscraper-sized asteroid to zoom past Earth. Yes, this is today. A potentially hazardous asteroid, more than twice the height of the Empire State Building, will make a close encounter with Earth in January and then won't make its next visit for another 200 years. The space rock, called 7482 1994 PC1, is expected to whiz by our planet at a close approach distance of 0.013 astronomical units on January 18th, Newsweek reported, citing NASA's Center for Near-Earth Object Studies. But that translates to quite a comfortable distance of about 1.2 million miles, which is more than 5 times as far from Earth as the Moon, according to the mag. The asteroid is no slouch, though, at around 3,280 feet in diameter, roughly 2.5 times the height of the iconic Big Apple skyscraper. An asteroid of this size strikes Earth about every 600,000 years, according to EarthSky. Yeah, I haven't seen Don't Look Up. You guys seen that yet? It's getting a lot of references on Twitter and things like this. People talking about climate change and all kinds of the usual crap you would expect to see from stuff like that. It's to me, well, I don't know. Did you see it? Was it good? I don't know. It's got Leo in it, and they tried to make him look as frumpy as ever. Finally, Leo DiCaprio's like 50, right? And finally, he looks like a grown man instead of like a little teenage cherub. Finally, it's a little strange, but I mean, it is what it is. Yes, it's exactly how the world would end. Oh, right, Pete. Like, so people kind of not caring, right? People just kind of like, meh, like, no, I saw the clip. Oh, I got a tattoo or whatever. Something like that. Yeah, the cast is stacked. Yeah, you got J-Law in there. I saw that. Yeah, pretty wild stuff. So I don't know. As I talk about this and all the rest of this, like I said, I can't help but think, as there's always more and more and more skyscraper-sized asteroids zooming past Earth. They must make tons of money from these articles, so this one in particular, it came out today, but this is a January 18th close approach, right? So what that means is we have 18 more days of them slamming this thing into the news cycle. So let's see how many times it just pops up in my news feed. Sometimes I feel like the algorithms are just trolling me, and they're just sending me shit. They're like, let's just send this guy the same crap over and over again. But maybe it's not just me. Maybe they're doing it to all the rest of you guys too. But anyway, there you go. So we'll keep an eye on this, and all the rest of the asteroids they say are near miss, potentially hazardous, and all the rest of that. So yeah. There you go. And and or stories of more asteroids on the way between now and then. Exactly. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? 702-957-1037. That's 702-957-1037. That number is persistent, by the way. So if you're listening to this on the podcast feed, which we get lots of traction on the news shows, by the way. Lots of people listening to the podcast feed and the news shows. And yeah, you wouldn't expect, right? Who knew that you could do something else and also have that be popular and listened to as well. Pretty good stuff. So thank you to everybody out there that doesn't get to join us live, but is still part of these discussions every day. Appreciate that very much. Okay, so let's continue, shall we? Let's go to this. Now, if this isn't like the state of the news and just the world in general, kind of encapsulated in this one article, I don't know what is. Let's go to Sputnik. Sputnik News. Check this out. Scientists clash over whether mysterious cosmic flash is scientific coup or Russian space trash. Yeah, right? Aliens or space trash? Yeah, okay, here we go. A galaxy dubbed GNZ11 is considered to be the most distant and oldest currently known galaxy. According to some scientists, it formed 420 million years after the Big Bang. Now it appears that astronomers have managed to witness a blast from this time. Or not. Or not. Heated debate continues among astronomers in regard to the nature of a mysterious cosmic flash that was registered by Chinese scientists back in 2017, with the researchers themselves claiming they saw a gamma-ray burst from the universe's infancy, while critics argued it was nothing but a reflection from space garbage. Space garbage. Yeah, that needs to be a shirt. Space garbage. The team of astronomers from China's Peking University was led by Linha Jiang and the crew working in Hawaii at the time and exploring scouring the most distant galaxy known to humanity, GNZ11, for clues about the universe's early life, which hopefully GNZ11, regarding that, we've got the James Webb Telescope going up in the next few months here, going to get to its Lagrange point 2. Maybe we get to see what GNZ11 is all about. That would be hot. Anyway, their expectations, as recalled by the Daily Beast, were exceeded as they claim to have witnessed a 13.4 billion year old explosion, something that would be a scientific coup if proven true. Such a landmark discovery would likely change the discovery of almost everything in astronomy, right? Yeah, okay, maybe. Yay, exactly. 420 million, 420, there it is. However, not everyone appeared to share their enthusiasm. Polish astronomer from Adam Mickiewicz University, Michael Michalowski, I think they're trolling me again, proceeded to cool the Chinese team's passion, saying that they thought that was what they thought was an ancient gamma ray burst was actually nothing but a reflection from a Russian Breeze M proton rocket. And there you go. So funny enough, this is the news cycle. This is the world we live in. A scientific coup or space trash. You decide. This is ridiculous. Cosmic clutter, right? What's going on? All right, sorry about that. What's up, Angel Wings? I see you there. First time chatter on Twitch. How are you? Thanks for joining us. Back to this. Scientists clash over whether mysterious cosmic flash is scientific coup or Russian space trash. Space trash. Yeah, space trash, right? It's so good. It's so compelling, that space trash. Good stuff. We'll keep an eye on it as it develops, the space trash, and let's keep on trucking. Let's go to space.com. Why not? Let's just stick in space. It'll go a little something like this. We have, darkness caused by dino-killing asteroid snuffed out life on Earth in 9 months. 9 months, yep. As sunlight dimmed, plants and animals died. Boom. There we go. What's up, Indigo Child? Says, tell them aliens to not to dump their trash, right? There we go. Back to this. The years following the asteroid impact that wiped out non-avian dinosaurs were dark times. Literally. Ha ha ha. These guys and their jokes. Soot raging from raging wildfires filled the sky and blocked the sun, directly contributing to the wave of extinctions that followed, new research has found. And in other words, this was the first version of geoengineering. Caution to the people interested in that. Anyway, after the asteroid struck around 66 million years ago, the cataclysm extinguished many forms of life instantly. But the impact also caused environmental changes leading to mass extinctions that played out over time. One such extinction trigger may have been the dense clouds of ash and particles that spewed into the atmosphere and spread over the planet, which would have enveloped parts of the Earth in darkness that could have persisted for up to 2 years. Dun, dun, dun. During that time, photosynthesis would have failed, leading to ecosystem collapse. And even after sunlight returned, this decline could have persisted for decades more, according to research presented December 16th at the annual meeting of the American Geophysical Union held in New Orleans and online. I'm not sure what's new here, because we knew this. Maybe they're saying 9 months. I'm not sure what the new thing here is, because this is pretty well widely known and accepted in scientific communities for a very long time, but maybe it's the 9 months. I don't know. Whatever. Looking forward to 2022. Hope you guys are as well. If you want to be part of the show, 702-957-1037. That's 702-957-1037. Click the Discord link. Come hop in and join us on the Discord, and we'll put you on the show. Easy as that. By the way, Discord, you don't have to be on the show. It's one of the ways we do it. Discord is a chat client. It's a voice client. It's totally free, and you can come meet lots of great people. All the folks you hear calling to the show all the time, most of those folks are all active on Discord, and you can come say hi. You can meet the famous James and the famous Night Stalker and the famous Rohan. Those individuals, they're pretty active on the Discord. Come hang out. Come say hi. The famous Jennifer, the famous Daryl, all these folks that have called in and been very kind to the show and with their time and with their energy. And come hang out. Come meet these folks, and lots of good people there. The only rule is don't be a douchebag. That's it. It's cool. Like you don't have to try and tell the world, tell everybody how the world really is, because, well, they're their own grown people and they can make up their own damn minds, and that's just the way it is. That's really the only rule. Just don't get hung up on telling people they're wrong. Okay, that's it. All right, let's continue, shall we? Let's go to Fox 5 Vegas. Yeah, let's go here. I fell into a burning ring of fire. All right, we got this. This is from Las Vegas. We talked about New Year's Eve in Vegas, expecting 300,000 people. Right? We got this: helicopters to fly over Las Vegas to detect radiation on New Year's Eve. What the F? Oh my goodness. Maybe it is better that I stay home. Don't be alarmed if you see a few helicopters flying overhead near the Strip today. You may notice two Bell 412 helicopters flying in a grid pattern. These choppers are equipped with state-of-the-art radiation sensing technology, according to the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police. The U.S. Department of Energy's National Nuclear Security Administration calls this a normal part of security and preparedness activities. Quote, the aerial surveys are in support of the New Year's Eve celebrations, NNSA said in a statement. Flyovers will occur only during daylight hours and are estimated to take approximately 2 hours to complete per area. By calculating radiation levels, it's able to recognize unusual levels before, during, or after an event like tonight's fireworks. And there you go. There's your chopper, the NNSA, doing its thing. Aerial surveillance over the Strip. And if you guys haven't been to Vegas during New Year's, it's pretty interesting. They the entire Las Vegas Strip, they shut it down. They just shut the whole thing down to traffic, and so it becomes like the whole like street on both sides becomes like this huge pedestrian walkway, and so it turns into sort of like a Mardi Gras, right? And so there's like street vendors, and you can buy booze out there. You could buy, they're cooking churros and shit like this, and grilling hot dogs, and it's like the whole thing, right? It's like this big thing. Well, actually, I don't think they're doing the food much anymore because they're not licensing that because, well, that taking away money from the casinos. But anyway, you can basically be out there and have your glow stick and your beads on and go woo and howl at the moon. And by the way, it's fucking cold out there because people don't get that it's cold in the desert, but it's cold in the desert in January. So December, January. So make sure you bundle up. But yeah, it's pretty wild how they shut it all down. So if you don't get down there early, they'll block off the whole Strip so you can't go down there and park. So you basically have to get in, park, and then everything locks down, and then they go through, do the whoop whoop, and everybody celebrates, and then just after midnight they start unblocking the streets and stuff. It's pretty neat if you've never done it. You should do it once if you've never done it. And anyway, just in case and people didn't know how it works here in Vegas, well, I do live here, and so I've been around the block once or twice in this area, and I could tell you how it works. It is pretty fun. There's a lot of let's say drunk people. That's probably a good way to put it. There's a lot of drunk people on New Year's Eve, especially in Las Vegas. So there you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Vendors taking money from the casino's buffet lines. Yeah, exactly right. Exactly. All right, so one more quick break and a word from our sponsor, which is you. Remember, if you have subbed up on Twitch here with that Amazon Prime trick, where you don't pay anything extra because it's included in your Prime account, you do have to sub up each month because it does drop you off, and it just takes like 5 seconds to click back and do it, but you do have to do it every month if you want to continue supporting the show. So just FYI on that. Thank you guys for supporting the show and being fantastic as you always are. Let's get one more word from our sponsor, which is you, and then we'll finish this sucker up.
Are you digging the show? If so, you can support us quite easily and at no additional cost to you if you already have an Amazon Prime account. Since we stream on Twitch every day, all you have to do is link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and they give you free games on a monthly basis for your personal use, and also a bonus $5 a month to send to your favorite streamer as a way to bring more people to Twitch. And all you have to do is sync up to 2 accounts and click subscribe. Thanks for considering us.
All right, let's get back to it. One final segment, the final Troubled Minds segment of 2021. About to put it in the books. Looking to hear from you. If you guys have anything to say, predictions for 2022, love to hear it. Go type in the chat or hop on in and give us a call, 702-957-1037. Click the Discord link, troubledminds.org. Hop in here and say hello. Radiation detection on New Year's Eve. Pretty wild stuff. What's up? Thank you very much, Dark Devious, for sending out the gift sub. I see you there on Twitch. Appreciate that. Thank you. And the benefactor being Daryl, the famous Daryl. All right, let's go here. This is pretty wild. Now, this is exactly the type of shit, right, that when I read news cycles, that just makes me grind my teeth and also grinds my gears, if you get my meaning. From KNPR, Retired general warns the U.S. military could lead a coup after the 2024 election. What? Like, really? Really? This is where we're at, NPR? Thanks. Okay, let's see what this jerk had to say. As the anniversary of the insurrection, I see, at the U.S. Capitol approaches, 3 retired U.S. generals have warned that another insurrection could occur after the 2024 presidential election, and the military could instigate it. The generals, Paul Eaton and Antonio Taguba and Stephen Anderson, made their case in a recent Washington Post op-ed. Now, for people that don't know, Washington Post is, well, democracy dies in darkness. Those guys are a bunch of idiots, and they basically are just partisan asshole hacks that, they trying to paint a narrative. And thanks to NPR, which is, again, state-sponsored, that they get money from the government. They don't have to play commercials because they're funded by taxpayer money, NPR, okay? And this is the shit they're peddling on their damn website. It continues. Paul Eaton, a retired U.S. Army Major General and Senior Advisor to Vote Vets, spoke with NPR's Mary Louise Kelly earlier this week. Below are the highlights from that discussion, edited for brevity and clarity. The real question is, does anybody understand who the duly elected president is? If that is not a clear-cut understanding, that can infect the rank and file at any level in the U.S. military. Okay. And as we saw when 124 retired generals and admirals signed a letter contesting the 2020 election. We're concerned about that, and we're interested in seeing mitigating measures applied to make sure that our military is better prepared for a contested election should that happen in 2024. Is this what's going on here? Is this what we're talking about? We're talking about an election process that is literally broken AF, and now we're talking about the military stepping in? Really? Isn't this the shit that goes down in third world countries? Isn't this the shit that goes down in banana republics the world over, right? Is this the type of shit? Yeah. No, come on. I'm not buying this for one damn minute, and this is the bullshit they hype us up with, right? I'm not buying it. I am absolutely not buying this, and it does make me a little irritated that this is the type of stuff they're reporting on a state-funded thing, NPR. Get out of here. This is bullshit. I don't care. Like, I got it from the Washington Post. I don't care about these generals. Look, if they're going to be saying shit like this, well, maybe you should arrest them right now. You know, I'm just saying, at least shut them up, because, yeah. Here you go. How worried is he on a scale of 1 to 10? I see it as a low probability, high impact. I hesitate to put a number on it, but it's an eventuality that we need to prepare for. In the military, we do a lot of wargaming to ferret out what might happen. You may have heard of the Transition Integrity Project that occurred about 6 months before the last election. We played 4 scenarios, and what we did not play is a U.S. military comprised, not to the degree that the United States is comprised today, as far as 39% of the Republican Party refusing to accept President Biden as president, but a compromise nonetheless. So we advocate that the particular scenario needs to be addressed in a future war game held well in advance of 2024. Can the current Pentagon leadership handle it? He says, I'm a huge fan of Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin, a huge fan of the team that he has put together in the uniformed military under General Milley. I don't know. They're just superb, he says. And I am confident that the best men and women in the U.S. and in our military will be outstanding. I just don't want to doubt I don't want the doubt that has compromised or infected the greater population of the United States to infect our military. Oh, well, how about they just do things on the up and up? How about they just do some, right, like run elections like this? How about they clean up the voter rolls? How about they didn't register me twice to vote? Because they did, right? I changed my party to independent because fuck those people. And what I mean is both sides, they're all garbage. Don't get me started. But, so this is what I'm saying. The whole point is that, fix the shit that's broken, and maybe people will have actual faith in the process, right? If you don't fix the shit that's broken, and you just call everybody a racist instead, well, sorry, this is what you're going to get, all right? It's going to get fear-stoked by this guy, the general, fear-stoked by NPR, which, again, is a state-funded operation. This is ridiculous. This is like propaganda from fucking China here. Anyway, it's there you go. Angel Wings has it right. They can all take a flying leap. Exactly. And what's I always say this. What's the current approval rate of Congress is like 10%, right? Like, nobody approves of that shit except for them and the people that are on the take. That's it. Everybody else is like, no, they don't get a damn thing done. They're a bunch of idiots. And so, like I said, fix the shit that's broken, and maybe people will have trust in the process. If you don't, and you obfuscate it and don't want to really address the actual issues, that's why you get people that are frustrated with the system. I'm talking to you, Mitch McConnell. I'm talking to you, Nancy Pelosi. I'm talking to every jerk in Congress that wants to play these stupid games and not actually get anything done, anything meaningful done. I'm talking to you people. So anyway, there we go. Let's continue, shall we? There's more. There's always more. What's going on, guys? Excuse me. So we have Happy New Year on the horizon. It's New Year's Eve in here in Vegas and everywhere else. So there you go. There you go. What's up? Robert says they will not fix it until we make them fix it. And I agree. I think we used to get really, really mad. Yep. There you go. See, what's up? Lacey says I used to support NPR. Now I support actual factual news. Thanks, Mike. I agree. And that's part of the problem with this is that literally state-funded propaganda, and this is the crap they're telling us on NPR. Get out of here. No, not buying it. Not buying it. There is not going to be a coup in 2024, okay, regardless of what these jerks are telling us. Sorry. Let's go to this. Interesting engineering. Human chimerism. Chimerism? This is pretty wild. A guide to becoming two people at once. Look at this. Chimerism is let's see if Microsoft Mike can read this and tell me how to actually say this. Chimerism? Let's find out if he works.
Chimerism is the genetic phenomenon in which a single organism contains the cells of two or more individuals of the same species or of different species. In any case, they have more than one set of DNA in the same body, so they contain the code to make two separate organisms.
There you go. Chimerism, I guess he said. The word chimera comes from the ancient Greek meaning she-goat or monster. In Greek mythology, it was used to describe a fire-breathing hybrid creature composed of different animals that was often depicted as a lion with a goat's head on its back and a tail that ends with a snake's head. Or with snake's head. Check this out. So this picture, you got a cat. This is a chimera cat and a chimera rose, right? And you got this cat that's like basically two different individuals that have been fused into one. You've got on the right side, you got this orange cat. On the left side, you got the black cat, and they have different color eyes. This is wild, right? And this is pretty neat stuff. So kind of going down, right? However, a condition where two or more populations of genetically distinct cells emerge in the same zygote is called a mosaic. Mosaic rather than a chimera. In a mosaic, all the cells originate from the same original organism, and the genetic changes were caused by genetic mutations. Chimerism is very rare, except in cats, where it may actually be fairly common. And I want that cat. That is a gorgeous cat with the half and half. That's like looks like something out of a Harley Quinn, right? some kind of comic book. This is like Jeff Bezos' cat as he strokes it with his his I am going to take over the world. Yeah. Anyway, there we go. There you go. Finish off the Christmas eggnog tonight. Fantastic. Celebrate it up, guys. Again, we made it one more year, and don't take any of it for granted, because it's pretty amazing stuff that we're able to be here and do our thing, and so don't take any of it for granted. Every single day is a blessing, and live it like that. What's up? See you there. What's up, Spiral? Yep. Rest in peace, Betty White. We talked about it when we first started. So anyway, look. So this gets wild, right? This human chimera stuff. So now look at this. They've got some examples of actual famous human chimeras, and there's this individual. Excuse me, one sec. Yeah, Betty White. Yeah, Betty White passed away today. Back to this. Taylor Muhl, M-U-H-L, is an American singer and model who has two different skin colors on her torso, something that doctors always believed was a big birthmark. While trying to find a cause for her autoimmune health issues, an expert in genetics diagnosed her with chimerism. Check this out. Like, if you look at her midriff here, right across her belly button, like half of her is like a lighter shade, and the other half is like kind of more reddish. That's wild, right? Like to take her over the cat. Yeah, right. I don't know. The cat's pretty hot too. The cat is good stuff right there. I think I'll take the cat. I got Mrs. Strange would be happier with the cat than if I got one of those. Anyway, so pretty wild stuff. The chimerism, right? The Taylor is an only child. She had a fraternal twin that she absorbed in the womb, causing the birthmark on the left side of her body. One side has a different skin pigmentation color than the other as a result of her twin's DNA. She also has 2 different immune systems and 2 different blood types, which is what's causing her autoimmune issues. Her own immune system interprets her sister's DNA as foreign and attacks it. How wild is this? So this is a real thing, and yep, exactly. Derek has it right. This is a show in itself right here, and we almost did this one last night, and I don't know. I think the one we did, the CERN, was probably a little better. You may as well end it on a high note, and bang. Bang. So here we go. Final one. You guys ready for the last news story? The last final news story from Troubled Minds News in 2021. Don't get too caught up in the calendar stuff, in my opinion, because, well, it just starts over. I always make the joke, the cynical joke, the fireworks go off. Yay, Happy New Year. Rent is due. Anyway, there you go. You want the cynical mic? You get the cynical mic. Here we go. Livescience.com. There you go. Time is an illusion, says James. Here we go. Life Science. Unimaginable diversity of life discovered beneath Antarctic ice shelf. Oh, snap. Deep beneath Antarctic's ice shelves, researchers have discovered dozens of life forms thriving on a tiny patch of the seafloor, an unprecedented level of species diversity for an environment that has never seen sunlight. That has never seen sunlight. You get that? Even maybe at some time it has. They live currently with no sunlight whatsoever. Now, what does that tell you about, oceans on Europa and things like this? There's probably a shit ton of life out there, isn't there? Anyway, quote, if you would ask me 3 questions at the manuscript onset, said study co-author David Barnes, a marine biologist with the British Antarctic Survey, how much richness of life will we find? He said not much. How abundant is it going to be? Not very. What's its growth going to be like? Very slow. And I would have been wrong on every point. Far below Antarctic ice, shielded from the energizing rays of the sun, life can exist, but it was thought to be rare. As most ecosystems are built on a foundation of photosynthetic organisms like plants or algae, such dark realms shouldn't have enough food to support a wide variety of life. And yet, life finds a way, doesn't it? But when these 3 scientists, Gerard Kuhn, Raphael Gromig, and Alfred Wegener of the Alfred Wegener Institute, 2 of these guys at the Alfred Institute, used boiling hot water to bore through 656 feet of ice on the Ekstrom ice shelf in 2018. Probably said that wrong. It's got that little Swedish dimple on there. They were surprised by what they were able to scoop from the seafloor another 328 feet down. Yep. In such a dark and seemingly inhospitable environment, the team found fragments of living organisms. When they realized they had found more than they expected, Klaus-Dieter Hillenbrand, a sedimentologist with the British Antarctic Survey, recommended sending the seafloor samples to Barnes. Anyway, all kinds of stuff. All told, Barnes identified 77 different species, far more than he should have reasonably found. This one sample was even richer with species than he would have expected from a survey on the open ice shelf. There you go. Pretty wild stuff. Life finds a way, doesn't it? Life will find a way. Exactly. Antarctic forms living in eternal darkness. Very Lovecraftian. There it is. There it is. There it is. Okay. All right. So as we finish, you guys know the drill. The bad news is we're done. The good news is, God willing, we've got tomorrow. And actually, Troubled Minds will be back on Monday. Unless one of these times, I don't know, maybe it seems rude to maybe take like some time off right at the beginning of the year. But I think I maybe in the second week of January. I don't know. Anyway, put it on the calendar that maybe drink some maybe juice that I might just take like a mental break and just chill and do some other stuff for a little while because other stuff needs to get done. But I will be taking a break here coming up, but not next week. We're going to go next week, normal schedule. Maybe the week after that, I'll just take the week off or something, just to reset, just to give myself a little bit of time, take some pressure off me. This has a lot of pressure to outdo yesterday's fire show show every night. It's a lot. It's a lot of not really stress, but you know how you kind of demand excellence of yourself, and if you can't do it every night, well, it's time to take a break. So I may do that. We'll see. I'll let you guys know as that develops. But just hopefully I don't like maybe a day or two, take it off and then just keep on trucking because that's the way it is. But we'll see. So put it on the calendar that maybe we'll get a break coming up. And I know breaks are necessary and all the rest of that. And it's all good. Johnny Carson had guest hosts. You guys want a guest host? You guys want to do that? You guys want to hop in? I'll take the week off and somebody else runs Troubled Minds. We could do something like that. There we go. So as we finish 2021, Happy New Year. Health and prosperity to everybody out there. Like I said, if I said that poorly or differently, or you didn't like the way I said it and you're mad that I wished you health and prosperity, screw you. Sorry. I'm not going to apologize for wishing good things for you. And even if you don't like the way I worded it, well, like I said, that's your problem, not mine. And that's the way we end this. Good stuff. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for spending your energy with us. As always, your time and your energy, your focus, all the rest of that. And if you want to help the show, you know what to do. You can sub up here on Twitch. You can sub up on Rockfin. There's a Patreon. Thank you to the folks who have subbed up on all those places. If you don't want to spend any money, just spread the word. Let people know there's a conversation happening out there where you just don't. I mean, I'm kind of a douche, but you don't have to be a douchebag. It's just a nice get together where people can talk and not be judgmental and all the rest of that. Just hang out and consider drinking some maybe juice and staring at the stars. Just spread the word that there's a conversation happening out there that doesn't have to be political. It doesn't have to be divisive. It doesn't have to be any of the things that we're led to believe where we live in this political world, right? There's a saying by, I can't remember who said it. It was somebody, I don't know, the Dalai Lama or something that said, either man is, I don't know. I can't remember it. Never mind. Scratch that. Something like that. Anyway, it was a great quote, but I can't remember. So there you go. If you want to help and you don't want to spend any money, also just listen to the podcast feed. It is monetized with some ads in there, minimal ad breaks, and it does pay pennies to me and for the effort here. So I appreciate that very much. If you want to help and you haven't listened to, you like Troubled Minds a lot, you haven't listened to an old show, something like that, just put on an old show on Spotify when you're cooking or something, or gardening, put it on your headphones or something, and just listen to an old show that maybe you missed, and it does help. So if you want to do that, I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much. Again, what an amazing year. I agree 100%, Night Stalker. It's been made it an incredible group of new friends, new faces, new people, just new people kind of coming together in this really fantastic group that we're calling just Troubled Minds. You out there, don't stop having a troubled mind. We don't have to. Don't, like I said, and also don't take too much of a calendar turning. Yesterday will be very much like tomorrow, and we just need to stay focused and continuing doing what we do. And there you go. Time and pressure. There you go. So let's get the hell out of here. As you know, we play some outro music. And again, I can't say thank you enough to all the folks that have supported this show, all the amazing, thoughtful chat, all the after show discussions in the Discord, all the people who've helped put with show topics, with call-ins, with you name it. You know who you are out there. Like I said, if I start naming people, I'm going to leave somebody out, because I always leave out Robert. What's up, the Robert? Thank you again for sending me that nice book in the mail. I appreciate that very much. I'm just about done with your book. I'm going to start reading that one soon as well. I just don't have a lot of time to read anymore, unfortunately. But thank you so much, guys. Time and pressure. Don't forget, we have work to do. We are not done, and we're going to continue. Nose to the grindstone. Don't let up. Whatever you're doing out there, have faith. Keep time and pressure. And success will come to you. Thank you again for all of your time and energy. I am blessed by it. We are blessed to be with each other. Thank you. I promise I'm not running for office in 2022. You guys have a fantastic one. Happy New Year, and yay, rent is due. Have a great one, guys. You're all the best. We'll see you on Monday with more Troubled Minds news and Troubled Minds Radio. Catch them. Sub up to the Discord, troubledminds.org. Click the Discord link, and there's a little event section. So if you want to know when the next show is, I'll put it right there on the calendar, and it will pop up and tell you when. So it's got its own little notification process, so we can bypass the technocrats that don't want you to hear what Michael Strange has to say. The most dangerous man in radio. Just ask him. All right, guys, have a fantastic one. Happy New Year. Blessings to you and your family. Keep up the faith. See you guys soon. Have a fantastic evening. Be safe, be safe, be safe. And we'll see you next year. The dad joke. Enter the dad joke. Have a great one, guys.